No.
Like we're together. Okay, everybody. This is Angie Harris, and Angie is a participant in the mastermind in my mastermind, and she's been with us for a little while now, and she has had some incredible momentum in her business, and I'm excited for her. I'm super proud of her, and I wanted to give her the space to kind of share some of the things that she has undergone, she's experienced within her business. So, Angie, let me ask you this. When you first started, and when you kind of came into the mastermind, where were you in your business then?
I was super confused. I had been trying and trying for probably at least 8 to 9 months to get things moving. And I was so confused on what to focus on and how to even get things moving. I felt like I was just stuck. And I actually was working with two other coaching programs at the same time, trying to get things moving. And it was almost as if their confidence level came on to mine, and like I lowered my confidence in moving forward because I wasn't able to put myself out there the way I knew I could and wanted to. And so it was like I didn't even know what I wanted to do at that point. I knew I wanted to do something, and I had all these visions and dreams, but putting it together was not happening. And it was hard. So I needed help to like kind of pull it all together and then focus.
Yeah, no, I thank you, Angie. Thank you for that. Um, Let me ask you, because one of the things that I see in you is I see a shifted leader when it comes to your own leadership. So where do you see that you've grown as a leader so far in your experience?
I really was in a very lack mindset when I started
Mm,
working with you in this mindset um, program. And I was almost as if I didn't even believe in myself that I had any leadership skills. And like, it was funny because in the corporate world and like where I was prior and, still have to work there some, I know like how to show up in that place, but when it came to like my own authentic self, it was like I was holding back who I was because I was fearful
mm,
of who people would perceive me to be. And when I really learned that it wasn't about like trying to perform or provoke or manipulate or start just throwing myself out there so that I could be who people wanted me to be, I really stepped into that leadership role where I just felt comfortable because I realized that the more authentic I am, the more like, there's that saying that goes around, I attract, I don't chase. And like, that was
yes.
something I would say to myself, but then I would start chasing because I was like, ah. But I started realizing that the more I felt confident in myself, people just started coming. And
Mm.
it was like just that attraction that it really does happen. And without having somebody to remind me that I already have those inside of me, I probably would still be spinning my wheels on how to get, into that, leadership role really. So
I love it. I love it. It's like, yes. Yes. So good. Oh my gosh. Um, Angie, tell me before of course I want to know about your wins, but I do want to know first before we go into wins, guys. I want to know what were some of the key takeaways that you have learned, like the things that really deeply hit you throughout the mastermind or working together.
well, I mean, I've been doing it for several months and it's a lot. I will say that prior to joining the mastermind, the programs I was in, it was like scattered and unfocused, and I didn't know like what to take from anything. And so when I came into this program, it was like, this is your goal, this is what you're working towards, this is how you're going to get there. Of course, nobody can do the action for me. So I had to kind of decide to do like, am I going to push through on this? And I was determined, even though several things kept popping up in my way, but I I just knew that if I kept using the tools that were provided, I would get to where I wanted. And I am going to continue to get there. Like, I want to continue, like, there's a ton of growth I want to do. Like, I want to get to that, what you were just talking about with the, that last step up there with imagination, so that's where I really want to be. And without having that like focus, because I was on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the other video, like I was on everything because I was like, I gotta put myself everywhere. And I don't think I understood that it really wasn't about that. It was about being just authentic and what I had to offer. And so that, and then breaking off some of that limited mindset, and then the actual tools on how to connect and how to provide a service in an authentic way, and build that connection with somebody. Like, I feel like I've made friends with my clients because it's like some of them have been wanting to work with me for months, and I didn't understand, like I wasn't like fully confident. But it was funny because as I was moving into myself, they just kind of chased me. So
that's how it's meant to be. That's how it's meant to be. When people raising their hands saying, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to work with you. You are amazing. Yeah. Because you're doing this in a way that is connecting with people and building relationship. And listen, we're shifting. We're not selling the way everyone's selling. We are changing the narrative on what selling is. And I love it, Angie. I'm like rooting for you 1,000%.
Yeah.
Would you like to share one of your wins or some of your wins or what's going on?
Sure. Recently? Yeah. Well, it was interesting because, when you're putting that authentic, leadership out and connection, people, like, I started having people reach out to me, like actually wanting to sell me things. And like, I just built a relationship, and then all of a sudden they were like, wait, you do this? I want to work with you. And I was like, okay. And then I would work with them, and they'd be like, oh my God, I'm going to tell all my friends. And so they, like, all of a sudden, like, they were like making posts about me on Facebook, like, you should work with this chick, like, she's so cool. And like, I was like, oh, okay, well, I didn't really have to do anything for that except for just show up and be myself and provide what I have to give. And I even have, like, I just released a book like 3 days ago, and I really don't think I would feel as confident in even doing that had I not been able to be in this place, because like, it's a vulnerable book for me to put out there. And like, I just feel like the more I connect with myself, like, these people are just coming. And so I have like, I'm working with several people right now, like I think 5 different people, like, that just kind of flew into my DM. Like, I'm like, okay. And it was just because I was just being me, and like finally embracing, like, I knew where I was, I knew what I was focusing on, I knew what I could give, and here I am, and it's just gonna get better.
Angie, I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. This is amazing. Like, so good. You're only gonna continue, and you're on your path, and you're on the way to imagination, which is exactly where you want to be. And I'm like, yes, I just love it. So amazing. And guys, I just want to shameless plug. Angie doesn't know I was going to do this, but shameless plug, like, so go buy Angie's book. It's called Leaf Lessons, Angie Harris. Okay. And it's available everywhere. You can get it on Kindle. You can get it on, it's not on Audible yet, but it will be, I'm sure, eventually. But it is on every single bookseller that you can think of. So go buy her book, go leave a review. Don't leave a review if you want to do anything under 4 stars. Make sure it's a 5-star review. And if you don't want to leave a 5-star review, just don't leave a review. Okay. But if you do, and you're going to love the book, because I'm loving the book, I'm going to be finished probably tomorrow or so. And then I'm leaving my review. So I just want to highly encourage you guys to read this book, because it is really good, and it's really vulnerable, and it's really about connection. And I'm so happy. So I don't mean to make Angie blush, but I wanted to put that out there. I wanted to put that out there before we go. Okay, Angie, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, you are amazing.